So I'm always like weary. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
But I remember when I had like another OnlyFans last year that I deleted, I had someone sign up for that was in my gym.
Interesting.
And he was like, you look so good today in those red tights. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
That's
like,
creepy.
So I started going to the gym and I was paranoid. I'm like, who is this person? It could be any one of these guys. And back at that time, I was going to LA Fitness in Mississauga.
Okay.
It's a huge gym. It's mainly males that go there. And I'm like, this could be any one of these guys. You know, they're lurking. I don't know who it could be, right?
Yeah.
And then for a bit, I had Canada, like, banned from my thing because I was getting paranoid. Like, he was just writing me all these weird things. And I was just like... then he had, like, this like, foot fetish thing happening and was asking me questions about my feet, and I was just getting weirded out because I'm like, now this guy's watching my feet in the gym, so he must have saw like my foot size or something. He's like, he had really cute small feet, and I'm like, how the hell do you know that?
That's creepy.
Yeah, so at the same time it can be a little like
yeah, you probably
creepy.
go through that though. Like,
yeah, there's some
there's some
different
stalker?
like fetishes that I didn't know about until like I signed up on. I thought like dancing, I've seen it all, but like online is worse.
People ask for some wild shit.
Wild stuff because you can't see them, so there's no way for me to judge or know who it is. So they're out there with their requests.
Wildest request.
I actually did it. So I had a guy who had a spit fetish, and he wanted me to mail out vials of my spit.
Wow.
And I was like, what did he want to do with it? Like, drink it? I don't know. So I think I sent him like 4 or 5 vials.
Sick.
And he wanted a video of me doing it. And I was just, I think I had dry mouth and I was just running out. And I was like, the vial's not even that big. It's just like this, like a little tube. And I'm like, how am I supposed to fill this up? So that was like kind of weird for me. And I always think like, what did he do with my spit? Like, there's a lot of spit in those vials.
Wow.
So, he's probably going to watch this interview, but it's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
I appreciate him. He was a good fan.
Yeah. He's a supporter.
Yeah, he was a supporter.
You know what I'm saying? And even with that, right, it gets kind of shady because I know in the stripping game, right, there's a lot of pimping and stuff like that, right? But I've heard that in the OnlyFans game, that happens too. So do you see that?
No, not at all. I find that weird. How can you pimp someone who's doing stuff online? Unless you are with that guy already and he wants to take that money, but that doesn't make sense.
No, you never. No. Well,
that's just silly.
As I continue to interview women from that scene, because I've heard this in other interviews. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing. So look out for that. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's switch gears a little bit, right? When you're like walking down the street, you get all done up. You're all you're feeling yourself, right? Now, a guy walks up to you. What does he have to say in order to get Diana's number?
Oh my God.
Like what works?
I think the best way to break the barriers is like say something funny. I hate when guys are stupid and like come up to you and like, hey, excuse me, miss, like just ask you a stupid question that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had a guy in the gym ask me, he's like, hey, do you mind like spotting me? And I'm like, out of everyone in this whole entire gym, you asked the girl to come spot you. And I was just like, I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, no, thank you. Like I just came to work by myself. But I would write, like, I like guys that are direct, but not like overly like hovering aggressive and saying like inappropriate things. But it depends on the mood I'm in too. Sometimes I just do not want to be spoken to and I'm like, nah. But I learned to be a little bit more nicer because, you never know what people are like going through. And, it does take balls to go up to a girl and like strike a conversation. So I try not to like brush them off and be like, no, just like, no, thank you. I'm good. Or I have a boyfriend and stuff. But I like guys that are funny. I think sense of humor is like important. So probably say something funny and then that'd probably like break the ice, you know? I think that probably worked with like a lot of girls. So
what's the worst thing that you've ever fucking heard? Like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, or do better.
Oh God. I can't even think. But probably sometime I'm in the club and you get the guys that are like that with the Toronto slang, like, yo fam, can you come say hi to me, come to my booth. I'm like, really? That's the best you could say right now? Like, or you're not gonna come say hi to me? Or just like the entitled guy, like they feel like, you know, you need to be talking to them and they feel such a waste if you don't. It's just like, I don't need to talk to you, or, you know, your approach obviously sucked. So yeah, do better.
You know, it actually brought me to my next question because like you are back and forth from Toronto from when you were young, right? So like enough Toronto guys have probably tried to step to you over the years, right? And you've heard every Toronto slang thrown at you. Right? So what's one of the most craziest, or one of the things that a Toronto man has said to you to try to get at you that it's got under your skin?
Oh my God. I don't know. I honestly haven't spoken to a Toronto guy in like, it's kind of been like 2-3 years now. Like I just haven't. But
like the man.
I like around like Carabana and you get those like fresh tea guys like, yo white girl, and I'm just like, oh wow, like thanks. Or big body girl. I'm like, oh my God. So probably something like that, sort of like aggressor, and you're just like, holy shit, like or like they come and like pull your arm and I'm like, oh man, that's the one thing I don't like is like the guys that like pull or try to rip your arm out just for you to come over, and I'm like, it doesn't need to be like that, you know, you could just use your words, right? But yeah, stuff like that, I'm just like, and they get so rude, like start kissing their teeth and you'll fuck your mom, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. Like it's just
you a bitch anyway.
Yeah, bitch anyway. You ain't nothing anyways. I'm like, okay.
Oh man, you know what? While you're saying that, I wish I could just put, you know, I still could put message under the screen, just we
could just edit that in.
Like, like just so that guys would be like, okay, I did that.
We don't like to be grabbed ever.
Somebody at home's like, that doesn't work for.
I always sometimes like ask guys. I'm like, does this work for you? Has this ever worked for you when you approach a girl and you grab her arm? You're like, yo, shorty, come here. And has that like work? I just want to know because it's just it's crazy to me that that's how some guys like approach women. But
hey, if they're trying it, to me, it's worked on somebody. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see the world. If somebody's doing something crazy, it's worked on somebody before. Yeah. You know what I mean? How do you get your social so popping? Has it just been since like the post-surgery, like it's gotten popping? Because you said you were at 90,000, but now you're like at 137,000.
176, yeah.
176. Yeah. See, my numeric dyslexia is kicking in, but 176,000. So how do you get it so popping or keep it so popping?
If I could get up right now, I'd show you. But I think like when you take photos, there are some like tricks that you could do to get your engagement. And this is before Instagram did all that stupid stuff with like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's engagement is low and it's not chronological order. Yeah. And they have the IG stories now. So a lot of people just post IG stories. They don't really do IG posts. Right. But when I was shooting with like Imes and stuff, like he would post me and then I'd post a picture. And then all these fan pages that like showcase Instagram models would post me. And there's like hashtags you can use to like help grow your Instagram. I was tagging pages that have like 500, 600, 700,000 followers that will repost your pictures if you're a model or in some type of like entertainment industry. Right. So I did that, and I've been naked online, so that's gonna help too.
Yeah, people flock to the. Do you like charge for reposts and stuff like that?
I don't, but there are pages or there are girls that will charge a fee for you to post them. But it's worth it if you're really serious about growing your Instagram and stuff. So like some of the big, like Jenna Shea, she's got a couple million, so she's definitely gonna charge because that's her market. That's how she makes her money, right? So I have people messaging me about doing like shout outs and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely worth it to
You should
to do that.
You should do it, because like even us with our platform.
I do charge, like, especially when guys hit me and they're like, oh, can you post this video of you twerking in my song? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna charge for it because, you know, it's not gonna do much for me. But yeah, definitely, it's like it's my business, right? It's how I make my money is through Instagram. So definitely, use it for that.
No, definitely, it's to me, it's, if you're monetizing your platform, it's better than just like posting a bunch of pictures and just doing it for attention and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us will get caught up in that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?